Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a tutorials review and swatches of the new collection from Colourpop that's called the Wild Child Collection. Of course, this is like not the newest because they just released the Animal Crossing, which by the way, I did not buy anything from that collection. I decided to skip it. It wasn't my thing. At first I was like interested in it, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm sorry, you guys. I just couldn't do it to myself. I could not justify $12 for 4 shadows. And then that's my limit. That's my hard limit. So I got this entire collection. I actually really like it. If you are a neutral lover, of course, you're going to love these. I just happen to like the darker brown tones that they had and they were offering. So I really fell in love with it when I saw it on Instagram, when they were announcing that they were going to release it and stuff. The mirror has frosted protection film, and it does come with like this little piece of foam that they put on top of these 9-pan palettes. The design is like a giraffe. Now that called me up. The first chance I got, I was like, ooh, giraffe print, I'm there. In the back, it has the shades, names, and everything like that. So I believe only Grasslands, it says that it has an eye safety warning, which that is a matte with glitter. I find that so odd that that would be the only one that has an eye safety warning when Lashes in here is like, that is a straight up shimmer with glitter in it. Like straight up. I don't know why they would say that that doesn't have an eye safety warning when it has clear glitter throughout it. I did apply it on my eyelid today, and it's that is like a unique shade. If anything, the ones that I love the best in this palette is Fierce and Lashes. Like those ones stood out in the entire palette, right? So I'm going to start with the Lippie Stix. You guys already know I swatched the palette towards the end. Always check in the description box, and I have the timestamps in there, so when I swatch everything, so you guys, if you're looking to only see certain things of the collection, then you can just skip to wherever you need to go, okay? So they do have these 3 Lippie Stix. They're all tone shades of brown. So what I usually do is I start with the lightest one. I'm going to swatch it on my lips. This is not from this collection. This is Glam Light's more lip gloss, just in case you guys are wondering. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade, and that one is the Brat Pack. And then I'll put it on my lips, give you guys a close-up, give you guys all what I think, like my whole how does it feel and everything like that. And then I'll move on to the next shade, because that's usually what I do anyways, okay? So let me take this off, and then we'll do that. So I honestly like this one. It looks like a very caramel pinky brown. It's not full-fledged brown, but it's still super freaking pretty. Like, I love this. Now, one thing that I noticed when I was opening up each one of the Lippie Stix, they smell like chocolate, and I'm here for that. I am so here for that. I love when stuff is scented, and when it's scented with, especially with chocolate. Come on, like, who doesn't like chocolate? I'm a huge chocolate fanatic. So yeah, you guys, let's move on to the next one. I love this tone a lot too. I honestly do. It's like this just milk rich chocolate. It's called chocolateness. I love this. I love it. It's pretty. This complements so many skin tones. I know that first one does too. I'm not sure about the darkest one. I'm pretty sure people who are like maybe lighter skin might not feel comfortable. Unless you like those bold type of chocolates. I'm pretty sure you won't feel comfortable in the darkest one we're going to do next. But I know for someone like chocolate skin tone, this last one's going to be you. Because it looks pretty anyways. Just by looking at it. So I know it's going to look good on the lips. So yeah, you guys, let me take this off, and we'll move on to that last one that's called Oh Behave. Yeah, are you guys seeing this chocolate richness? Like, it is so freaking pretty on the lips. I'm telling you, if you don't like bold colors, you're not gonna like this one. But I personally love those dark chocolate shades. I don't wear them all the time, but I do wear them, you know, from time to time when I want a dark lip. Those are the ones that I go for. I like dark chocolate tones on my lips. They're super pretty. I forgot to mention something, you guys. All three of them are like, they're satin. They're not mattes at all. They don't dry down. They're just those type of lipsticks that never dry down. They just feel smooth and hydrating on your lips, but they don't dry down at all, which is weird because the other ones that I have from them are like matte. They do dry down. These ones don't. They just feel very hydrating on your lips. And yeah, you guys, those are all three of the shades. Like I said, all three smell like chocolate, which I love. I'm going to give you guys quick arm swatches in the same order that I did them in. So I'm just going to do Brat Pack, Sassy, and then Oh Behave. And I'm going to give you guys a little close-up like that. I'm not going to talk so we can do this faster and get it out the way, okay? Brat Pack. Sassy. Oh Behave. And those are all three of the Lippie Stix. Super pretty, different types of chocolates. Definitely complements tan and darker skin tones. I love it. Now we're going to move on to all three of the Super Shock shadows, you guys. I did buy the entire collection, like I said. So this is how it comes when you get it. It has that little giraffe design all throughout it. And then when you open it up, it does have that same giraffe, and it says Colourpop right here in the middle. This is happens to be the lightest shade, so I'm gonna show you guys and just give swatches so you guys can see. But this is the lightest one, so it does come like this, right? It's super pretty, and this is the one that I tried to use today, and it didn't really show up. So I think on its own, it's really nice. It's just I tried to use it as an inner corner highlight, and it just didn't show up because it kept clashing with the rest of the chocolate tones on my face. So yeah, you guys, we're going to start with this one first, and I'm just going to give you guys a swatch, and then we'll continue on until we get to the last shade, okay? So we're going to start with Run Wild here. I'm going to give it 2 swatches. That's super pretty. Next we have Basic Instinct right here, and this one is like this I want to call it like a reddish tone brown almost. It looks super pretty in person. I don't know, it looks like a reddish tone brown to me. It has these clear little micro glitters in there too, but I think that's just a typical Super Shock. So we're going to swatch that next. Giving 2 swatches, okay? Look how beautiful it is. Lastly, we have Free Reign, which is the darkest. Oh god, look at that. Look at that. I want to rub that all over my face. Look how beautiful that is. Just like, take it in, you guys. Just take it in. It's just that deep chocolate. It's so pretty. And it has a bunch of little micro glitters as well, but the micro glitters look like a combination between gold and bronze. So let's swatch that one next. And that is Free Reign. I love how buttery smooth these are, you guys. They slid on like butter, and I love that. Like, if you could pick just 2, I would highly recommend these 2, because that one didn't really show up, and it's not really groundbreaking compared to other Super Shock shadows that I've seen. I feel like these are the most unique ones compared to that one. That one, I'm pretty sure we've seen it before in some other Super Shock shadows, so it's not like I need it, you know? I don't know. That's what I think anyways. But those are all 3 of the shades. Now moving on to the two blushes, you guys. I'm really super excited for this one. I'm going to start with Jet Set, which seems to be the lightest one out of both of them. Now, the same design, it's the same giraffe design, but it's super pretty. It says pressed powdered blush. In the back, it just has the cruelty-free sign and, you know, like made in the USA and stuff like that. This is the packaging. It says Colourpop, same giraffic design. In the back, it says Colourpop as well. Pressed powdered blush, Jet Set. And when you open it up, it comes with a mirror that is covered with a little plastic film. And this is the shade in there. So it's a super, I would call it, honestly, like a peachy brown shade. I feel like this one will look better on maybe lighter to tan, medium, maybe around there. I'm not so sure about the darkest one because I know the darkest one will work for darker skin tones. I'm just saying for my skin tone, I'm not sure if it's going to look too dark, but we'll see right now. We'll see right now, okay? So we're going to start with this one. I'm just going to apply it on this cheek and I'm going to use a clean brush, okay? Okay, it doesn't have a whole lot of pigment. You can see it. It's it looks like a peach nude to me on my skin tone. It is very pretty, but it's super light for my taste. And like I said, it looks very natural on my skin tone. So definitely for someone lighter to like a medium, it's gonna look perfect on you. For someone of my skin tone, we could still use it. It's gonna be very subtle. Like you can see it, right? But to me, looking at it right now in the mirror, I can barely tell it's there. It's like this, looks like this peachy glow on my skin tone. It's definitely for someone darker. No, it's too light. It's too light. But I love that they added this one to give like everybody a choice, whether you want to go for the lighter one or you want to go to the darker one, right? So I don't know, you guys. It looks nice. It's just not my cup of tea because I like the darker ones. I like the ones that pop on my skin. Another thing I wanted to add, you guys, real quick. This is a matte with shimmer, okay? So just so you guys know. So let's move on to the next one. Next, we have Trippin over here. It's the same thing. It has the name in the back. And Trippin honestly looks like a dark chocolate. This is a matte and it has shimmer in it as well. It almost looks like a Merlot to me. Like a Merlot red brown. Does that make sense? Like a maroon brown sort of. That's what it looks like in person. I don't know. I saw it super dark at first and I just didn't think it would work for my skin tone. I thought it would be too dark. But that's what we're going to try this for right now, okay? I got a whole nother brush right here. We about to do it on this cheek. And see if this works, okay? So I don't know if you guys are seeing this. It's a very dark cherry tone brown. It's pretty though. I love this one. It's very pretty. I thought it'd be a little bit too darker, but it's actually not half bad. So for me, for my skin tone, I could totally still use it. I'm just probably gonna have to go a little bit light, especially right here towards the middle, because I feel like I packed it on too much right here. But you guys see that? Oh god, it's so beautiful. So definitely this one, lighter to like medium brown skin tones, and this one, if you're like a dark tan to darker tone, this one is nice. It's a nice, it's like a maroon brown. It looks very, very pretty. I don't know, I like it. It's pretty. If you like end up getting this, I think you could totally still use it as like a bronzer. I don't think it'll be a problem. But as a shimmer, I mean, as a blush, it's not half bad. I would have wanted them to not put that shimmer in there because I feel like on its own as a matte, it would have been so much more prettier. I don't like that little glimmery sheen that it adds when it's a shimmer. That's why I don't like it. But it's still a very pretty color. I can still somewhat see it. You know, it's like, I'm hoping you guys could see it. I can still see that little pop of pink and red right there. I don't know, compared to this one. Y'all let me know which one you guys prefer on me. I tend to like these type of tones because I feel like I like my stuff to pop. Like, I want to see you see this. So I was editing my video and I noticed that I didn't give you guys our swatches for these two blushes. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to enter this video wherever, just to give you guys quick swatches for them. And I'm just going to do one and then the other. I'm going to try not to talk just to get this over with, okay? So I'm going to start with Jet Set. And now we're going to do Trippin. So that's 3 swatches. And that is both of the blushes, you guys. So let's just go back to the original video now. So last we got the Wild Child palette, you guys. I love the design. Like, you already know, like I said, I love the giraffe design. It looks very, very pretty. In the back, you have all the tones, shade tones, like I said earlier. Grassland is the only one that's supposedly safety, for eye safety warning. And this is the actual palette. These are the tones. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with this shade right here. We're going to go clear across till we get to the end of this palette, okay? So the first one is called #Spotted. This is like a caramel yellow tone brown. I'm going to give it 2 swatches. I don't think it really needs it. It is super light on the first one. For a transition shade, that would totally work for me. Next you have Fierce. Fierce is like such a beautiful, I want to call it like a super shock, but at the same time it seems like a shimmer with foil in there. It's super pretty. It's super unique. It is the one that I used right here in the middle initially. It's very like orange tone, golden brown sort of. I don't know. I liked it. Ground Crew is just this terracotta orange brown color. It's a matte. This is the one that I used as my transition shade, and it's so rich. Look at that. Just look at that pigment. In the next row, we have Close Up. This one I used today. It's so freaking pretty. It's like a very bronze shimmer type of brown. I loved it. Next, you have Lashes. Lashes is such a unique shade. I want to call it a shimmer with glitter. It has this very clear glitter throughout the formula. And then it's like soft, so it glides just like a shimmer. That's why I say it's a shimmer with glitter. But it's super unique. It reminds me of one of those tones in the Mulan palette. You know, the ones that had like glitter in it, but it felt like soft like a shimmer. It reminds me so much of one of those type of tones. I don't know how exactly you would describe a formula like that, but to me, I would just say it's a shimmer with glitter and leave it at that. I use that shade very lightly in the middle as well, and it stands out so much. I don't know why there's not an eye safety warning on that one. Don't ask me why, but there isn't. Next, you have Grasslands, and this one is a matte with glitter in it. It's very pretty. It has all these clear tone bronze gold glitters in it. Still very pretty. Hard to Get is in the next row. This is a matte tone brown. It does remind me of this, like maybe like this. It has that tone of red. It's like a maroon type of red. That is 2 swatches. I honestly loving that color now that I swatched it. I didn't get to use it today, and I'm like, dang, that's a nice color. Next, you have Icon. This is a shimmer. This is like a metallic bronze, I would call it. I don't know. I like it. It's super dark. It's just so rich. I love it. Lastly, you have Feisty over here, which is that dark brown that I used on my outer lid. This one does feel dry, gritty, and it does show up somewhat patchy on my arm right now that I'm doing it on the sides. But as far as it giving you problems, I don't know. I know that I used that shade today and I had no problems with blending, but just in case, you know. And those are all the tones in this palette. You like neutrals? Get it. It's a pretty palette. That's pretty much it, you guys. If you guys want to see how I created this look today, then just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so for my first color, I'm going to go in with Ground Crew right here. It's a very caramel chocolate sort of matte color. It's very pretty. And that is what you guys are going to see me use as my transition shade. Next, I'm going to go in with Fierce right here. It's so pretty. It is literally a shimmer with foil in it. It's pretty, but let me tell you, it's flaky, so it does kind of fall off onto your cheeks. It's like one of those wildfire shimmers, but I'll let it pass this time because it's a very pretty freaking color. I'm just going to add it right here, like in the middle, straight down the middle to create that halo eye look right there. So that's what you guys are going to see me do. Like I said, that color is freaking beautiful. Next, I'm going to go in with Feisty right here. It's a very dark chocolate matte brown. And I just basically am going to apply it right here and right here just to create that halo eye in the middle. I love that they added that dark brown. It just gives it more contrast to the eye look. I love it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, you guys. So next, you guys, I used Close Up. This is a very bronzy type of shimmer. It's almost like a light brown goldish shimmer. And I just took it and applied it right here. I forgot to add, to say that I added that Feisty shade down here too. So basically, I'm going to take that Close Up shimmer and just blend it into that brown that's already there, okay? Okay, so for my inner corner highlight, I did two things. First of all, I tried to use this Super Shock shadow that's called Run Wild. It is just like a very light toned brown. It has all these clear glitter gold shimmers in there. I used it and it's perfectly fine. It's just I didn't think it stood out as much as I wanted it to. There's not a really light. I would have loved for them to add like maybe a champagne type of vanilla shimmer. Something that stood out right and just to add that, I don't know, that difference between the dark chocolate and the light. I don't know. I just wanted that. But they didn't give me anything like that. So naturally I went in with the Super Shock. It didn't make a crap of difference. Like you couldn't even say that I had it there. So in the end, I just went back in with that Fierce foiled shimmer shade and I applied that on top. So for the sake of doing, I'm just gonna do exactly what I did on this side. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I don't want to mess it up, but I'm just letting you guys know, if you guys maybe not use this and just do what the second one, use the Fierce shade, because I think it helps it a lot more. Just do that. I don't know. So that is what you guys are gonna see me do. I'm just gonna apply this one first, and then you're gonna see me do that Fierce shade right on top of there. Okay, and then since I can't seem to say no to glitter, I ended up going with Lashes right here. Lashes is a shimmer with glitter, like straight up. That is the type of formula that it feels like. I could honestly say that it feels like soft, like a shimmer, that creaminess to it, but then it has all these chunky glitters in there, like I want to say between bronze and golden tones of brown, something like that. And I just took very little of it and I just patted it right there over Fierce. I just patted it on top. And it just creates like this very light glittery effect to that shimmer that's already there. It like gives it an extra oomph, I think, in my personal opinion. That's what I think. So that's what I'm going to do, you guys. So that's pretty much it for the eye look. Let me just go put some mascara on this eye, and then I'm going to use some black in my waterline, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up. So this is the finished eye look, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I really love this palette. It's neutral. What more can you say about it? But I'm loving the chocolate tones in here. It's very pretty. I love what Colourpop did. So let me back you guys out, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I definitely love this palette. It is super cute. It's just like a neutral lover's dream. Just so much chocolate goodness in here. I don't know. Like, I don't rarely gravitate towards neutral palettes, but when they're like dark neutrals like this, I just cannot say no to them. I just love those rich, dark tones in there. I love that they have this icon color. This is like a dark shimmery espresso brown sort of. And then they have, obviously, like this is perfect for darker skin tones. And I love that they finally gave something, right? Up until now, it's been nothing but like light ones and maybe medium light. Like, it's just been horrible. I'm glad to see that they finally threw, you know, something out there that not only looks good on darker skin tones, but also like medium, tan, and all that stuff in between, right? I also got the 2 blushes. One looks super dark, so I know that it's going to looks great on darker skin tones. The other one is probably going to look, I think, just right for my skin tone. The other one looks like it's too dark for my skin tone, but we'll see right now in the beginning of the video, you guys. I'm going to swatch. I have no blush, so I'll swatch it both on each eye cheek, as well as I'm going to be swatching all 3 of the Lippie Stix right here. And I have all 3 of the Super Shock shadows. Okay, you guys? So I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.